Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Let's get ready to go for having take 2 on live stream video in Season 4 of the 2022/23 exhibition series of the Gran Turismo World Series Nations Cup on Gran Turismo 7. Round 2 at Red Bull Ring for having a Group 4 category that I'm about to be ready to stick to the Mazda Atenza Gr.4 to be labeled as a recommend Group 4 race car. So I hope I could probably have to get ready to go and do some more practice before joining session to be in the lobby. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. So, gonna have to be ready to go and resume for continuation in round 2 in the 4th season of the exhibition series. So let's go and be ready to go on for having a practice as I'm about to be ready up and go. Alright folks, looks like tonight's competition is going to be bring out to have the second one. We're doing attempt number 2 after the first one from today, as the afternoon is now currently to be ending up on 10th place due to only one pit stop before at the end of lap number 11 and proceed to be on lap number 12. Well, it turns out because the clouds are about to get much more shaded because it's been blocking in to have a sunlight view, but it'll have to be on the patient time in about 10 minutes and 40 seconds until the matchmaking will begin. So what else should I have to do for doing some more practice before gonna have to be ready up and go to take a 5-minute qualifier as part of take 2 for today's video attempt? Well, I know this is gonna have to be quite very much more enjoyable to do this part of the live stream video for doing this on the set. Okay, gonna have to be going on to take turn 4. Route is now going cleared. Brake balance needs to be going applied to be partial braking to be adjusted temporarily. Okay, gonna have to go and proceed on sector 3, turn 7. Going on to be at turn number 8. Okay, there we go. Make my way to go turn 10. Okay, here I go. Fastest lap time, proper exercise will go technique. Gonna have to be sure to switch it into the radar. There we go. Route just cleared on turn 4. Going into turn 5. Make that stopping position on turn 6. Left turn, steep on the inside, goes on to the side of the apex. There we go. Lap time's always gonna have to keep on improving. Work hard and do everything whenever I can to go possible to be climb up into the top 3 position. Well, I can't say because possible strategy before taking lap number 1 at the end will have to go currently to be at the pit stop. Well, somehow different perspective might come in to have some different matters for every part of the competition during round 2 in the same season in the exhibition series. Well, at least I just already took lap number 11 at the end and go to the final lap. It takes hard work and almost barely had a chance to go drop down below onto 12th place or exactly to be in the middle section of the grid. it takes hard work, so gonna have to think hard and be much more specific to use any kinds of number of laps depends on each part of the strategy. But after all, because one pit stop mandatory is going to be a very tough one to be facing up to have one available during the part of each lap. So I had to remind myself, one lap at the end before entered in lap number 2 by having a pit stop. It turns out because it may be possible to have the earlier, middle, and the end of this part of the lap is going to have to be much more possible. I'm still going to have to do some more practice and just going to have to think much more quicker way to see how it turns out before joining session for another part of the lobby session of the race. So I had to keep on racing to go clean and just going to face up to have this part of the different condition to be on the clouds. Okay, looks like Rented and turn 10 needs to do some work. Okay, there goes a penalty. Not my jam, and a cup of tea. Okay, change of plans. Time to go -3 on the brake balance. Will be set to be on the mid front. Okay, almost there. In about a few more meters to go, penalty line will be forced to be deaccelerate by slowdown. Okay, that's better. Hood cam now being switched. Now entered lap number 5. Gonna have to work hard and keep it up to do my efforts, focusing on turn 1, Niki Lauda, and just gonna have to go for the AMS AG on to turn 3, stopping in, and go quicker to be at turn 2. Just like that, find a good line and go filling out sector by sector. Okay, very good. Gap distance is now going to have to go currently to be increased, just to be planned and going usual by the practice. Come on, just going to turn hard left, lighter on right in turn 8. Come on, just hold it in. Rented is cleared to be almost in turn 9. Two minutes and 40 seconds remaining until the lobby will be joining session during the part of the live stream video. Okay, there you go. Looks like lap number 5 cleared and update for having a new lap time. 1 minute 38.773 seconds. That should do it much more hard practice to go understeer and oversteer when driving an Atenza Gr.4. But looks like it'll have to take much more hard work effort until just gonna have to be joining session in the qualifier during round 2 in the 4th season. Okay, record update by the same time and decimal of 0.227 seconds. Gonna have to amp up my skill, so that should be it for now. 45 seconds left until the entry period is now going to be cleared and matchmaking will start. Gonna have to take a little bit much more time to do some straight free runs. Okay, looks like gonna have to keep a good shape up effort, viewers. This race might have to keep much more choices between earlier and late. Okay, here we go. Let's join in session in the lobby by the matchmake. Alright, so gonna have to be ready up and go because this is gonna have to take a 1-part phase of the ejected as we're about to take another 5-minute qualifier. So, everyone is all here and choosing any kinds of best Group 4 cars depends on each part of the drivetrain. Here we have one Nissan GTR, Subaru WRX, and even they have an Alfa Romeo 155 2.5 V6 Ti, and especially another Nissan Silvia S15 touring car. Okay, looks like that might be quite very good to be even out to have a semi-party of one make race category and different manufacturer brand in the same Group 4 class. But here we have Kingpit Dog has now arrived and joined in session during the part of the arrival of the live stream. So gonna have to give a good welcome to him, and there he is right now by having a VR streaming. I kinda say that first try to be seeing how one Gran Turismo player is gonna be ready up and use the PlayStation VR 2. So this is gonna have to give much more excellent balanced race opportunity, so just gonna have to keep on racing, stay clean, and be respectful to other Gran Turismo players who have been using for the PlayStation VR 2 on the PS5 platform. But we still got this because gonna have to do some more practice, and the 5-minute qualifier will get started to be on the show. So gonna have to be ready, folks, because this might have to take the brake balance where we go quicker and be much more set adjusted to be well checked. So looks like we have Matic is now entered to be in the first position to go first, followed by CMB 350, and next up is CC This Big, arrived in position number 3rd. Looks like everybody is about to go exit onto the pit entry, so let's go practice and work harder to be on the main workout. I kind of say that there might be some good Gran Turismo players in this lobby, might be quite giving a good interesting by the chance. So it'll have to be much more respectful and just going to go down to do some basics. Exercise is always about just going to practice well to be mastered in 10 turns around in the Red Bull Ring circuit track. There goes the rear bumper, damaging in effect you'll have to take a few seconds to be fully well recovered. Hang on, just going to go at the Rouch in turn 4, step up to be at turn number 5. There we go. Good as a sweet recovery. Here comes turn 8. Stopping in on turn 7 before going quick right. Now the rented is now stopping at turn 9. Gonna have to drive carefully. Avoid going off the track limit. Close call, but still need more work. Looks like here's Holy Hand Grenade is now arrived in 3rd position to climb up into the top 3 spot during the qualifier session. Timer begins right now. Race hard like you mean it. Okay, in about 2 minutes, 35 seconds left before the qualifier ends. Okay, that was a sloppy effort on turn 3 at the AMS AG. Just gonna have to get my mind to be focused up and get shape up. Okay, slow and steady. Go hard right. Come on, just going to amp up and go for turn 7 and 8 by the S's. Okay, that's 1 minute, 39 seconds. Go down on turn 10. Same record at the time, different decimal. Kimpit Dog just set a new fastest lap time. 1 minute and 40 seconds. Gonna have to work hard. Okay, I'm at position number 8. Just gonna have to keep a good monitor update on the grid standings, so drop down to be at 9th place. Let's go early break. Okay, close enough. So in the meantime, because whenever you might need to do a strategy before enter the pits earlier, so just going to start out at the end of the first lap, or just going to choose any kinds of number of laps will go earlier or the middle part. So there's Sopo in 1 minute, 38.611 seconds. Okay, sector 3, doing smoothly. Brake balance is now being set on -3 on the front. Okay, time's over. Now let's go and proceed at the finish line. It takes 3 laps by around 5 minutes as we're about to be ready up and go. We're having a 12-lap challenge, folks. Now we have to do is going to have to work harder and just going to go proceed to be on the grid standings. Here we have Lurchi is now climbing up to be on the 1st position in the same Mazda Atenza Gr.4 with an alternate white variation. Spider in the Alfa Romeo 155 2.5 V6 Ti is now being finished in 2nd. Kimpit Dog has made it on time in 3rd place. Always get something else to do, some more refreshing water. Now we have Pat Albin has arrived in position 6 to be finishing up. So in about 46 seconds until we're about to be ready up and go for phase 2 as the commentating action will be ready to go. But first, all we might need to do is going to wait for Crackmatic is now going to have to be finishing up onto the checker flag symbol in about 26 seconds. Just going to have to wait and be patiently as we're about to be ready to move on. Just give me 1 second, get my eyes checked. My head needs to do some rubbing treatment. Okay, looks like made it on time, so let's go. Now there might be some choices. We'll be doing one pit stop available during round 2 in the 4th season. And also for today's temperature in Red Bull Ring is going to be a bright and sunny day with a few chance of clouds and a temperature of 57.2 degrees Fahrenheit. So determination is going to be a very tough choice to choose. The number of laps will be set to be as a mandatory to avoid having a 1-minute penalty. Be careful folks, always that you might need to use the pit stop before going proceed at the finish line as we're about to be entered at the end of lap number 12. We'll go proceed or just going to go again before the next race entry. So here we go folks, in about 5 seconds, and have a good time. Let's go for having a competition to go commands. Let's go for round 2 in the 4th season in the 2022/23 Exhibition Series and Gran Turismo World Series Nations Cup. Now let's go and proceed to have some drivers to be on the grid standings. Here we have Brucci 911 in 1st place. 2nd place we have RWB Spider. 3rd place Kimpet Dog is now ready to go live streaming. 4th place we have Crackmatic is now entered to be in the joining session. Just D has arrived in 5th place. Sopo has entered 6th place. 7th place we have Pat Oben is now choosing the S15 Sylvia touring car. Faria has entered 8th place. Next up, Nibble GT7 in position 9. CMB 350 has arrived in 10th place. 11th place is myself with the UDRS Inspirtech livery in the Mazda Atenza. Holy Hand Grenade arrives in 12th place. CC Disbig has entered 13th place. 14th place we have Scuba Ding has now choosing the Genesis. 15th place we have Teddy. 12 laps and few chances to see how all-wheel drive will be facing up with some different Group 4 cars this time. So we'll have to find out and wait to see how the top 3 drivers will have to go first and going harder to have one pit stop available to be avoiding by having a 1-minute penalty after crossing the finish line. So better get ready because we're about to be going entered by the rolling start in turn 9 and turn 10 as we're about to be ready up and go faster to be on the slipstream. Let's do this folks. Let this be a competition time to go round 2 in the 4th season in the Nations Cup in the 2022/23 Exhibition Series. Season 4 will get underway. Good luck and do your best folks. Keep on racing, stay clean, and dominate Red Bull Ring whenever it takes. So here we have several racers just really did a good job for having a Niki Lauderer to be at turn number 1. But here comes the main defense to be on the main push for Team Inspirtech. Climbs up to be on the 11th position as we're about to go enter on turn 2 and go proceed at turn 3. But here comes Better be sure to be on the lookout because the contact to avoid a collision is going to get tougher and much more brutal to be well intense. Holy Hand Grenade and Team UDRS Insportec survived turn number 3 at the AMS-AG. Here comes the Rouch at turn number 4 to be coming in. Pull the brake and keep up the pace and stay steady to find a good line. Very good. Looks like things are about to get much more further left behind from the other racers as turn 6 will go down to be at turn 7, will be coming forward at the end of sector 2 and currently to be stopped at sector 3. But there you go, looks like Just D has arrived in 3rd place. Better be sure to root for Just D. He's gonna have to be much more prouder and Double D to be well done, to be done successful. Now here comes the Rented to be at turn 9 and stopping at turn 10 at the final corner. Better be sure to be on the lookout. Early pit stop comes in with some desperate measures. Will go proceed in the middle of the lap. There goes Sopo, followed by Crackmatic has now entered as well. Team Insportec moves on automatically to be at position number 9 by entering lap number 2. 1 lap down, only 11 more to go remaining as the final lap will be on hold. Fastest lap time will be on standby, folks, so keep your eyes out and be sure to watch this live stream video and regular content to be well exact to be doing a part of the merge video segment. As for the first sector go clear, Team Insportec makes a good clear call on turn 3 at the AMS-AG in sector 2. Here we have Faria and CMB 350 is in the scene in about 2 seconds to go forward up ahead as Insportec will go offense to catch up to the other racers. Dive on in at the Rouch in turn 4 again. Inside of the apex, we'll have to step it up and go enter to be on the main line as the apex will be suitable and guidable. Going to proceed to be at turn 6, going down the hill to be steeper, tighter, and elevation to have a good line of sight to be well seen on the apex. As for sector 3 proceeds, looks like Spider is now currently to be entered in the 3rd position by crossing in, and looks like Faria is now going behind on position 8 to be dropped down. So better be sure to be on the lookout because several racers will be more likely to have a chance and be stable to have 2 choices between early pit stop or go proceed to be moving on in the next lap. So there goes. Faria is now using at the pits by having a Nissan GTR Group 4 as lap number 3 enters. Better change up the tactics because 1.9 seconds for CMB 350 as Team Insportec in the same Mazda Atenza Gr.4 moves on in to be at lap number 3 for only 9 more laps to go remaining. Burchi has now currently to be on the fastest lap in 1 minute 38.826 seconds. Good job, but only one Canadian racer did a good job and well proud to be achieved to be stay on in at first place. But hold on, looks like Just D and Spider is about to be going enter to be at the Rouch in turn 4. Keep an eye out because 2 American racers are about to go at it to be race up with 1 Canadian racer in the lead. But at the time, they have made it on to be at turn number 6. Burchi is now going to have to step up and go defense this time. Just D and Spider are about to go offense in position 2 and 3. 2 of them are about to go enter at sector 3 while Burchi is still going to have to take a good effort out there to be ongoing and stay strong whenever it can. Straightaway is now going clear at the end before turn 9 at the Rented. There you go, looks like 3 of them has been made it clear onto turn 10. Several racers might have to go extreme exercise caution to avoid a penalty to go quicker and ignore track limit to be called in. But there you go, Kimpit Dog has now entered for having a fastest lap in 1 minute 38.476 seconds. Wow, very good job and remarkable to see how a live streamer GT player just actually did a good job out there to be well focused and keep a good focusing to be using for the PlayStation VR2. Excitement and give a good thumbs up endorsement to see how Kimpit Dog is actually to be well experienced to be racing online. But here comes the dirt sector to be currently to be entered after sector 1 cleared. Moving on in sector 2 for Team Insportec. 1.6 seconds to go on to CMB 350 in the same Mazda Atenza Gr.4 along with Pat Open in the same car. But mostly Nissan Silvia is still actually just going to keep up and stay well defended. Hopefully, because an FR versus the all-wheel drive is going to be more likely to have one differences between the oversteer and understeer. Just like racing for the FF cars is going to have to do some more hard work and steady up to be on the pace. As Sector 3 kicks in, as turn number 7 and 8 will go enter to be perceived for Team Insportec. But after all, it takes some time and go well patient to see how the top 3 drivers has been made it on and go quickly to be at turn number 9 and 10. But this is going to have to take much more well standby to see how one racer, just like Justy, has already entered the pits. There he is right now, symbol to be categorized to be on the hard racing compound. Press on to be in the 7th place for Team Insportec as lap number 5 enters. Be sure to be on the lookout because we're almost there to be on the halfway mark in lap number 6. We're entered earlier in the 5th lap. But there goes Nibble GT7 took Kimpit Dog's lap time as he reached up on to 2nd place. 1 minute 38.463 seconds. Incredible. Fastest lap time is now going update by around in a minute and 38 seconds. Decimals should probably have to keep counting in for having a good slightly check. And there it goes. One Mazda is taking on with a Nissan Silvia touring car to be entered and dive on in at turn number 4. Come on CMB 350, you can do it. Keep a good push and go offense at the Silvia S15 touring car. But here comes turn 6. Better be sure to have a good proper differences to go understeer and oversteer to be focusing with the FR Gr.4 car. Magnificent and much more thrilled to be having a good slight battle to be well seen on the footage. But good thing CMB 350 is still working on and keep doing its best. But here comes turn 9. Gonna have to seize the corner. And there it goes. One racer has entered the pits. And there goes Spider, folks. He's about to go enter this time. Good job, Spider. You did a good timing and going proceed earlier on lap number 6. Halfway there, folks. Halfway there on to the 6th lap for only 6 more to go remaining during round 2 in the 4th season in the 2022/23 Exhibition Series in the Gran Turismo World Series Nations Cup. But look at them go, you guys. Looks like CMB is about to take the right side and Pat Open is staying on the right side as Mazda overtakes, stopping at turn 3 to be entered on sector 2, and Pat Open overtakes back to be stay on in to be on the main edge while Mazda stays on the go defense while Nissan takes a quick offense along with Team Insportec will do the same by having a usual tactics. Very thrilled and very much more expression to see how a Nissan Silvia can actually have to face up with a Gran Turismo exclusive Gr.4 car can actually to be well handled to be facing up against. And now it'll have to be stepping up to have one Mazda Atenza moving on defense and Nissan still gets closer to be on the main ropes. And as for Team Insportec in the same Mazda Atenza go proceed and entered on sector 3. But there we go, looks like improvement times and going patiently at this moment. Gonna have to take one push at a time. Here it goes. Turn 9 is gonna get much more absolutely to be well advanced and be very exercise caution. Team UTRS has entered the pits, doing the right thing and doing a stop and go strategy will be doing the main purpose to be calling in. Gonna have to be on the standby because keep an eye out. Grid standings is now going to have to go update after lap number 6 at the end before moving on in lap number 7. So going to have to be sure to check the course map as I'm about to be going in. The cutscene will be going much more exact surveillance. We'll have to do one pit stop at a time without tire change and refuel. So there you go. Drop it down onto 12th place, and the other racers are still currently by the ongoing. Just to be patient and just gonna have to do this part of the video segment, we'll be doing another part of the attempt. Take 2 will have to go for having a main practice, as Take 3 will have to be on standby. People are gonna have to take much more 3 content video, as a marathon will be set and being labeled as a nominated content video for my YouTube channel. So here we have Kingpit Dog's lap time by having a comeback. 1 minute 38.037 seconds on the fastest lap. Good job, and he's still currently to be moving on into the top 3 position at the number 2 spot into the top 3 grid. But he's still gonna have to take some time and go clean racing, and be very hard to see how Kingpit Dog is gonna have to do well achievable to be doing some racing experience. So there he is right now, being shown at the pit stop for only one time only. There goes Nibble GT7 moving on in second place. Lurchi is now going to have to stay well defended to be in the main lead, and then CMB 350 is now entered onto the third position as well. Going hard and be at turn 9. Slow down quickly to be at turn 10. Keep an eye out on the Marshall post. Out lap times ended. Now let's get back in the race. On to lap number 8, Team UDRS in Sportec and the Mazda Atenza Gr.4 continues on and make the catch-up, chasing about a few more gap distance to go remaining onto the opponents. But it won't be long, because this race will have to go harder and be strategized, as we're about to get entered onto Sector 2 by taking turn 3. Brake position is going to have to get much more speed bump to be on the right side, and Apex will go clear to be on the curb straightaway, as the route will be stopped at turn 4. So there they are right now. They have already taken turn 4, going in at turn 5. Just going to be well patiently to be stopping at turn number 6. There they are right now. Just going to keep a good eyes check on the course map at the top right. Main acceleration to go hard left. The brakes should be well checked to see it, because Sector 3 kicks back and go cleared on turn number 8. Come on. Gonna have to do the same tactics on turn 9. We have one racer at the pit earlier and proceed in the middle at the end of the 8th lap. Holy hand grenade is now being signaled and will check to be commenced by having a stop and go. Lap number 9, here I go. 3 more laps to go remaining, folks. This race will have to adjust much more harder and patiently to have one racer will be doing on standby for having a mandatory requirement. Good thing right on schedule, and go proceed at the finish line without having a 1-minute penalty. As the race goes on, before taking 10th place for Team UDRS in Sportec, along with the other 3 racers, have been passed and cleared in turn 3, and Sector 2 will be proceeded. Oh, there goes. Looks like yellow flag signal just called in. It's Cracked Motic in the Subaru WRX Gr.4. So very close, and that might have to give a good exactly check on the lookout to be on the replay. Bummer. One Subaru just almost barely had a good close. Clearly because it takes too much pressure and too much stability grip to be well handled to be face up and going some management check. But after all, because press on forward without getting caught in the penalty without having a compromise. There goes Nibble GT7, folks. Enter the pit. One proceed into the mandatory requirement will be stepping up, and there goes CMB 350 as well. Position number 3 will be doing on standby, as other racers will be stepping up and keep on pressing forward to be entered at the end of the 9th lap and go entered at lap number 10. So there we go. Looks like Kingpit Dog has now coming back. Nibble GT7 is now going entered to be stay on the 2nd position on the grid standing. So there he is. Looks like drop down to be in the 3rd place before Justy has arrived entered to be on the 3rd position. And there it goes. Looks like I just saw two racers coming out from the pit exit. It's CMB 350 and Teddy in the same Mazda Atenza Gr.4 in about a few more gap distance to go remaining by 1.8 seconds. Perfect time and go into action. Sector 2 will go proceed, and there goes Teddy in about 1.6 seconds in the original red color of the Mazda Atenza Gr.4. Now it turns out that CMB 350 just really took a penalty to be on the full effect earlier. There goes the route at turn 4. Gonna have to go hard right, stay steady, and focusing to be well positioned. Very good call, and be well strategic. Gonna have to make my way and go harder to be at turn 6 and turn 7. The clouds are about to get shaded. We're almost there, folks. 2 more laps to go and we'll be there in no time. There we go. Looks like CMB 350 slows down as Team Insportec moves on to be at the number 8 spot. Clearly, it is going to have to take some patient time and go standby before moving on to take the next grid position and the next lap. But we're almost there because we're about to be entered at lap number 11. Okay, here we go, and just going to go proceed on to turn 1. We'll be step up and go quicker to be at the Niki Lauda. But here we have Spider and the 5th place driver to be in the scene. Now this is going to get much more thrill and very more excited as they're about to be entered in Sector 2 at turn number 3. But looks like one Alfa Romeo is going to have to step it up and go all-wheel drive faster to be racing up with the Mazda Atenza Gr.4 to be on a different manufacturer themed livery. But they're about to get on to have a side-by-side formation. Turn 4 to be stopping at the Rouge. Let's see how Alfa Romeo can actually do one certain chance at a time. There we go. Looks like Alfa Romeo is now being overtaken to be moved on in position number 4. But clearly, Teddy is now having a one single penalty effect. This will might have the opportunity for Team UTRS Insportec in the same Mazda Atenza Gr.4 will go quicker and be much more specifically to be passed on in to be at turn 7 and 8 at the turn will enter in Sector 3. But here we have Blurgy is now entered the pit. Will King Pit Dog will might have a chance to go enter to be on the number 1 spot in the lead. As the final lap will be kick up and go enter as we're about to see. Just going to be patient, and there it goes. Ruji has enough time and go enter at the pit exit. So here we go, folks. Looks like this is it. Just D and King Pit Dog will go for having one last battle in second place. This is going to get so awesome to see how King Pit Dog can actually going to have to make it to be served as a runner-on opponent to be in round 2 in the 4th season in the exhibition series in the 2022/23 GTWS Nations Cup. This has come down to this to see it, folks. Give a good support and root for King Pit Dog, you guys. Root for King Pit Dog and go well defended to stay in second place, folks. This has to do it, folks. This has got to do it much more proud and successful for King Pit Dog. And as for Brucci, after having a long wait of patience, so he's about to go right in and take that main struggle with the defense. And there he goes. Take turn 6, going down at the end of Sector 2, and move on in to take the final sector on turn 7 through turn number 8. But many racers, including Team UTRS Insportec, will have to get closer in and closer out because the fierce battle of all-wheel drive extravaganza is going to have to get much more closer for doing another part of the race entry. Teddy is about to be forceful to be slowed down, and there it goes. Bergie is about to be making one last turn in number 10 as the final stretch reaches up and go quickly to be at the finish line. There we go, folks. Bergie just took the win in round 2 in the 4th season of the 2022/23 Exhibition Series Gran Turismo World Series Nations Cup. What in the most excited thrill of the race of all time, folks. What in the most awesome, excited thrill of the race. Amazing. a 3-car Mazda Atenza finished to between on position number 1 and position 3. But mostly, this is going to be having a 1-4 car finish to be using with the same Atenza Gr.4. Very good job, and that's teamwork. Clearly, 4 drivers in the top 5 position just made a good perfect teamwork during the second round in the 4th season. But I cannot believe it. This has got to be much more perfection to be served as a replay as part of today's highlights. Clean race is now being checked, race position by 3, no 1-minute penalty, and they just did a good job out there. Alright, that was a good race, and replay is now being captured as a thumbnail image. So, looks like Birchie just actually did a good run out there, folks. First place for the win. Kingpit Dog and Nibble GT7 did a good job to be served as a runner-on in 2nd and 3rd place. Good job. Very good job, and much more prouder and more remarkable to see how the top 3 racers just been doing a good best effort to be using with the same Mazda Atenza Gr.4. So I had to leave a message to the 3 drivers and make a good congratulation for the win. Especially for Steve is now doing a good incredible race for having a 1-4 Mazda Atenza finish. So that's how same Mazda Atenza Gr.4 to be entered by having a 1-4 finish, just like having a 1-2 or 1-3 finish, just like all the other race series. Now that's a good competition, folks. Now that's a good Mazda Atenza teamwork competition indeed. But there is a received response from Nibble GT7 for having a good thank you response. Much obliged, and you're very welcome, Nibble GT7. So, it turns out we're doing another part of take 2 of this live stream video, but you'll have to be sure that I have to work hard for only 1 more race entry left. But in the meantime, because round 3 will be coming up and being rescheduled will be on Wednesday, we'll be racing at Grand Valley Highway 1 for the Group 3 category. So I hope this is going to get much more pretty excited to have a legendary reimagined Gran Turismo racetrack will be going entered to be in the valleys of Big Sur in the west coast of California. So I hope you enjoyed watching the live stream video of Gran Turismo 7. Thank you for watching. Be sure click the subscribe button for a like, comment, and click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you like to see. Don't forget to check it out on any social media platforms like Deviant Art, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, and more to see from my own image artwork like UDRS liveries, Vision Total Drama fan art with card liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be seeing you guys next time on round 3 at Grand Valley Highway 1 for the Group 3 category in the 2022/23 Exhibition Series in the Nations Cup on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.